If you love Baltimore sports, you'll love WNST.net.
So I'm always blown away by how quickly things are moving and how slowly the industries themselves and the people inside of the industry, because there is no fresh blood, right? I mean, they're not turning over employees, especially in sports, good sports franchises. If I go out to the Ravens office right now, I mean, 70% of those people have been there for 15 years. I mean, it's only a few people that turn over all the time, and some of those people adopt technology, some of them don't. But if there's any thing I can, as a friend to you or as a lecturer to you today, is to tell you that things are going to change dramatically in the next 5 years. They already have in the time that I've known Marco and worked with him. Just seeing, when I go to a Caps game, seeing the way I'm getting marketed and seeing the way we need to sell it. Because the buyer is going to tell us what's going on. Because somebody sexier down the street is going to have a better ROI. Somebody's going to figure out a better way to sell Starbucks or Southwest Airlines than what Loyola's doing inside of the gym for Sketty Eddies. Because they're making announcements and they have dashboards and all that stuff. Meanwhile, I'm telling you on my website, hey, you want to win a $25 gift card to Sketty Eddies? Just give me your email address. Maybe you'll win. And maybe if you're a loser, I'll still send you a $5 one just to get you in, right? Because that's the whole idea. The more asses I put in seats, the more money I get to make. And it's less money. Because the competition's crazy. And I'm telling you, 15 years ago, I was in radio. If you wanted to advertise, there was radio, television, billboard, and print. That's it. That's all there was, word of mouth. Now, everything in that box is for sale. Every little square on every website is for sale. So the level of competition is extraordinary. And if you're not delivering, you better be changing, you better be evolving. And I definitely see inside of our industry, there's some people that are real fat and happy selling it the old way. The old way's cool for now, but I'm 43. I want to live a little while. I want to eat when I'm 50. And everything I'm doing is about evolution and understanding. And there's never a time that I'm not paying attention to what's going on. Even when it's a billboard, even when it's... good example is beer. Beer used to account for $250,000 a year of my revenue. In a company that my top end, they did $1.4 million in my best year. I have zero dollars in beer on my books this year. And I still have to survive. And you know what they said to me when I went into the meeting? They said, go with billboards this year. Billboards. I was in Albany the other day. I finally saw a billboard. It was a Miller Lite beer bottle that was a sensational ad. It was a big plastic-looking, it was three-dimensional. And the beer was pouring. And I drove by it on like 87, and I looked up, and I'm thinking, God had sold that thing. How the hell is he ever going to prove that thing sold one draft beer on the corner, or that they found a new customer out of it? Whereas, beer's different because you can't give it away legally.
Weren't a lot of your beer deals driven by the distributor, though?
Correct. That's all changed. And this is another huge facet of sports marketing that's changed everything. Miller and Coors used to be two companies making two decisions in two different places. Miller's in Milwaukee, Coors is in Denver. They merged 2 years ago. So I thought, well, somebody will win. They'll either do it the Coors way or the Miller way. They're doing it the Miller Coors way, which has nothing to do with either one of the ways they used to do things and the decisions that are being made. Bud was actually sold. I mean, Anheuser-Busch, we're talking about, 150 years, one family owned that company. 4 years ago, sold to a German company that's run by a Brazilian. You think they're doing business the same way? They're not. Not in any way. It's like dealing with Martians now. It's a completely different structure in the way that they're handling things and the way they're doing things. And so many of the things that I hear are, well, this is the way it's done in Europe now. So you start talking about global economy and how things work. And the early adopters to mobile. And, I'm on the mobile kick because one thing I get with mobile is direct. I'm either helping you sell burgers or I'm not. And my pants are down now. I can't say, well, I put my ad in front of, 50,000 people on Facebook. Dude, how many people clicked on it? How many people came in the door and bought my burger, bought my pizza, bought my airline ticket, bought my coffee? And if you can't prove that, they're going to find somebody who does or who can. And every day there's somebody coming along with a new bag of cookies saying, well, this is the new thing. Pinterest, right? Or Pinterest, or however you would pronounce it. Twitter was the new thing 3 years ago. Facebook was the new thing 4 years ago. MySpace was the big thing when you were 12, right? Something else is happening every single day. But I know the one thing that's not happened, the technology is now gone to your pocket. And until that thing goes 3D and it becomes experiential where you have glasses on and you're actually inside of it like some RoboCop thing, this is the best we've got. And with iPhones and Droids and the technology and the ability to stream video, it's just extraordinary. And I hope I've stayed on topic.
Oh, great.
Yeah, I mean, I'm trying to give you real world stuff here and not give you crap. Because I don't know even how colleges do it. I don't know how teachers can stay up with it. When you walk into this campus in 2008 and the world's flat, and you walk out of this campus in 2012, the world's devastated, decimated, changed completely from anything that I've ever known, being around 43 years. But I'm trying to stay on the front end of it, and I know on the front end of it, it's all about evolution and proving to the customer you can sell something. Because if you can't, someone else will. And I found that out the hard way. When I'm like, buy a radio ad. How many people listen? No one. Show your product. Can't. Deliver your product outside of Baltimore. Can't. The FCC says I can't. So I've turned a can't into a can. You can listen to my company, see my ads, see my information from anywhere in the world. And I can prove that you're there. I can go to Google Analytics and I can tell you how many people in Germany who are displaced Oriole and Raven fans who are probably in the military, who are banging my website every day and getting every tweet I'm sending out from a continent away in real time. It's mind-blowing for a guy my age. Mind-blowing. That I can stream this video into that guy's phone in Germany right now in real time. Come on. I mean, 5 years ago, that just didn't exist. And that is not being harnessed in the way that the Caps and different people now in sports are trying to harness that scoreboard and the link that you have to the scoreboard, which is the thing in your hand that you're already on anyway. You know, it's there. Your ability to get there and to play the game or win the prize or give the information is a click away. And now it's, how do I keep them engaged? And hopefully it's with a good hockey team, right? I mean, at the end of the day, for sports, if your team sucks, the Orioles, no one comes. If your team's good, the Ravens, everyone comes, and they can't get enough. They can't get enough. You know, we're all addicted to logos. He's got a Callaway. You got an East Carolina. You got a Loyola. You got a... Oh, there you go. I got an NST, right? She's got a Starbucks logo. We're all logoed up. He's got North Face. Somebody around here's probably got Nike right there on his shoes. Where's my Under Armour? Somebody here's got to be wearing Under Armour something, right? Right this minute. Just look at the brands that are in here right now and how they impact you and how it's reached you that you saw it in a commercial or you saw it on a scoreboard and you wanted to have it and you saw value in it. And that's branding. But the whole branding thing, that's out the door. That's just BS. Branding. Prove it. Can't. Well, we were branding. That's what Miller Lite was doing when I passed on 87. I looked up and the beer was sideways, and their hope was, shit, let me pull over right now and get a beer. Well, maybe not. And even if I pulled over and drank 6, they wouldn't know it. There was no way for them to know it. Whereas everything he sells in the arena, they know everything. For better or worse. If your offer sucks, no one wants your pizza, no one wants to fly on your airline, if no one wants your coffee, no one will click. We've all clicked on something today, right? Everybody's clicked on something today that caught your attention. It's about getting their attention, and then it's about giving the ROI so we can all make money and live happily ever after.
If you love Baltimore sports, you'll love WNST.net.